Today we're looking at issue 2 of Boom Comics. And yeah, when I was writing the review for this, I was writing down each page. And I was like, oh, this is what happens. And I realised, it's not a TV show. You're not doing anything. You have it in front of you. You can talk about it in each step. So I think from now on, as soon as I get these, I can jump straight into reviewing them. Cue intro. We open up with Billy and Trini in the Dragon Zord. They are looking at the sensor logs and they're talking about certain things. Billy understands how his Zord works and all the others, but he's never seen inside the Dragon Zord, and this is something new to him. When Trini asks why, he kind of thinks, well, you know, there's talismans and rusty chains, and you kind of think, maybe, because that kind of reminds me about Lothar, I think it is, when Rita calls him and you see the talismans and I think chains in the background. And this is really interesting. Billy now comes up to the part where you normally see in episodes of Power Rangers around about episode 6 or something, where they lose kind of like themselves, like, oh, I can't do this anymore. So Trini then has to give him a confidence boost and says, look, you are the brains of this. You have questions that no one thinks about, you do things that no one thinks about, and this makes you great. And I like this because all the way through Mighty Morphin, Trini and Billy had this kind of amazing connection, and I think I would have loved to see how they met properly. That to me would be the ultimate fan service in the Mighty Morphin universe. How they all came together apart from going to school. How did they all meet? That would have been really cool, and that would be something I would love to see in the movie. And oh my god, that would be so cool. That would possibly sort out all my nerd stuff for that one. They're in the Dragon Zord, and I love the fact that the Dragon Zord's just like, oh, just there, and I'm thinking, oh, he doesn't rust, does he? He's been down there for a lot longer. Wait, so it's nice to see this sort of picture and this artwork. Now we're back in Tommy's bedroom with Scorpina. Don't know why. And they're kind of like having this conversation, and Scorpina wants what isn't Tommy's, and that's the power coin. Rita gave him the power coin, they want it back, and Tommy's like, no. And at this key point in time, you see Tommy's mum asking if he wants stuff. This is the first time you've actually seen Tommy's mum, and she's asking, oh, do you want food? He didn't have any, and Scorpina's like, I'm gonna go after your mum. I'm going to kill her if you don't give me that coin. And Tommy just flips out and he's like, no, no you don't, no, 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 and just goes for it. He uses, and this is really quite ingenious, I don't know why they've never done this, they teleport out. So Tommy hits his communicator, he teleports out, and boom, they're in a isolated area. But Scorpina goes like, oh, that's interesting, and then destroys his communicator or badly damages it, so no one, I mean no one, can actually get in contact with him. Tommy morphs. What I would have liked is while he goes like, it's morphing time, is if Scorpina, when she kicks him, he goes, Dragon Zord. That to me would have been daring, more exciting to me. Tommy's now morphed and he's fighting Scorpina. Scorpina is doing this whole kind of like teleport in and hitting him behind the back, which has never been done before, and it's really, really cool. She then summons in the putties, and you know what's going to happen, it's going to be more fighting. We then come up to Jason teaching kids at karate school, and this is pretty cool. They're all calling him Sensei, and Kimberly's there waiting for him, and this is, I think this is something going to be interesting, and I think this might come up much later on, and I'll talk about it at the end. Kimberly's saying that she doesn't want to stay at home because of her mum and dad are fighting, and obviously stuff with Tommy, and Jason's like, oh, you know, it looks like some romance is going to happen between them. At this point, someone's talking to Jason, and you know, he's talking about teaching and stuff, and all of a sudden the communicator goes off, and it's Zordon, and they're saying like, you know, Tommy can't be getting in contact with, can you go help him, he needs your help. We're now finding out more about this crystal in the next panel. What we're finding out is that Tommy is fighting, and every single time he gets stronger, he's feeding the crystal that Scorpina has, I'm guessing. And also Rita's saying stuff like, you know, she's chose him, he's at war with himself, and this made him the perfect candidate, which I kind of see to some degree in the comics, but during when the Green Ranger came in the series, I don't really see that. I just saw him as the new kid on the block, and I had the same sort of shirt he had, and I really wish I had it now. At this moment in time, we have Rita explaining what's going to happen. Babu is turning around saying, look, you know, if you have the coin, would this mean that we would win? Would this mess up your plan? Rita then replies, well, no, if we have more energy in the crystal, it feels the fate of the Green Ranger as well as the others, and I'm thinking this might be a power source, a power tap, where it stops all the kind of power, or it's, you know, it seals off the morphing grid. That's what I kind of think that's going to happen. The Green Rangers get pinned to a tree. Now we've seen this multiple times. It always confuses me when they say we're powerful and strong, and then they get putties or whatever minion pushes them against the wall or holds them back, and Scorpina is about to grab the Green Ranger power coin. Kimberly and Jason now jump straight in. They have seen that Tommy is in trouble, and Kimberly is just pretty much really angry, saying that Moon can't have him back effectively and he doesn't want to join again. I like Scorpina because she's giving this sassy kind of, you can have it, I'm being really sassy, super sassy in fact, and she's like, well, you can have him, I don't care, but I'm going to kill him effectively, or cut him up, or hurt him, or scratch him. Maybe. At this point we're seeing more of the plan. Armageddon's coming apparently, according to Scorpina, and now Tommy is annoyed because we've had, like, you know, he's free and he wants to attack. Zach's also just beamed in. He's like, whoa, what's going on here, guys? Seriously, power act, boom, and killing the bad guys. I really like this. This is manipulation on the almost the highest degree. So with Tommy breaking free and running towards it, the kind of like after image of Rita is saying, look, you know, I'm your biggest fan, but you know, the others had to come and save you, bar the Red Ranger, because we all know that the Red Ranger could get out. And I really like this because in Tommy's mind, this is going to show that when someone talks about Jason, he's going to go absolutely crazy. And you can also tell by my reaction, because I'm reading it as we go along, and oh my god, I'm so excited. When Rita says that she's his biggest supporter, you know, you don't have to convince me. Yeah, Tommy's like, yeah, I don't, you're right, I don't have to. Bye! So now the Rangers are questioning, how did Scorpina get here? You know, did she do something? And Tommy just says, look, I brought her here. And the other's like, you did what? And Tommy explains, like, look, you know, she got into my house, she was going to go for my mum, I have to. And at this point, Rita's again in Tommy's mind saying, look, you know, if the Red Ranger was on his own, he wouldn't need the others' help. They only came to help you because you're weak. Jason's being all sympathetic. He's like, look, if I got here sooner, we could have helped out. And Tommy just doesn't like this one little bit. He gets very defensive, and the others now can see this. As soon as Jason goes, look man, you know, relax, everything's fine, you know, and he puts his hand onto the Green Ranger, he's like, no, how dare you? He's knocking away the hand that pretty much helps him. So now we're at the command center, and they're kind of discussing what Rita would do when they're not playing ball, and you know, what's the next step between this. And it's interesting because as soon as they start talking about other things like why did the Dragon Zord stop listening, they kind of talk about it. We also now find out that in the comic book, the Zords aren't just machines, they are kind of living, they are connected to the Ranger, and if they work in harmony with each other, then they'll work properly. Billy then refers to them as like horses, and then Rita is now turning around saying, well, okay, you know, horses don't listen to the jockey. Tommy is now getting very sick and tired of this. Tommy is now going into this kind of like, he's annoyed, he wants to stop now, and he's like, look, I'm tired of all the nagging. And then they're like, whoa, hang on a minute, what's up with you? And then Tommy just collapses, and this is going to be interesting. Is this an overtaxing on his mind? Is this the power taking a strain on his body? Are they going to take the power coin from him for a little bit before anything happens? I quite like this. This is a very interesting and unique story. With issue 2 over and done with, I'm very excited. I like this. The story is kind of progressing. I've read issue 1, which will be coming out very soon, but this is just a really unique story to me. We all know it's focused on the Green Ranger, but it's showing you kind of the aftermath of what happened with the power coin, and again, this is set in a different universe. What I could understand is the artwork is really good. There are some panels which made me go like, wow, including like the Dragon Zord, as well as some of the other scenes. I'm very curious. I really like the crystal idea. I do think that with the crystal being in there, it's going to seal the Green Ranger powers or possibly make copies of evil clones, but I really hope that they kind of string it out a lot. I would hate for it to be this whole massive arc, suddenly you got this crystal, and then boom, it's over in one issue. I would like it to span over maybe 2 or 3 issues. So Rangers, your question of the day is, what do you think about this? Do you like the story, yes or no? And what do you think the crystal does that's mentioned? Is it going to be a whole thing, and would you like it to be spanned over a few issues rather than it gets powers get collected, boom, it's over within 1 issue? Let me know down below in the comments, and if you've liked this video, like, favorite, comment and subscribe. Check out Yada Games, all that lovely goodness, and as always Rangers, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a bit.